Hi, it's Grandma again, and today's book is The Tale of Earl the Squirrel. Now, if any of you ever visit Universal Studios in Orlando, you'll recognize Earl the Squirrel. Here we go. Tale of Earl the Squirrel. Okay. Once upon a time, in the charming village of Mistletoe Pines, nestled among the rolling hills of the northwestern mountains, life moved at its own gentle pace. Skilled in nurturing Christmas trees, the townsfolk spent their days tending to the most splendid conifers destined for homes worldwide. Mistletoe Pines was renowned for its lush trees, cultivated with care by generations of skilled bushwhackers, lumberjacks, and lumberjills. Mistletoe Pines thrived in its tranquil anonymity for years until a particular event unfolded, sparked by the curiosity of a very special squirrel. Okay. Here you get to see Earl the Squirrel. Earl the Squirrel was no ordinary woodland creature. He was a rare northwestern ground squirrel, preferring the solid ground to the lofty heights of the trees. Unlike his tree-dwelling counterparts, Earl found solace amongst the low-lying branches of the local tree farm. His fascination with Christmas trees was more than a passing interest. It was a deep-rooted passion. Among the many trees, one stood out, a majestic specimen groomed meticulously by the villagers over the years. Earl's curiosity was piqued, but the tree's towering height was daunting. A very tall tree. Looks like Earl's squirrel is sleeping. One fateful day, as the village buzzed with activity during the annual tree harvest, Earl awoke to the clamor of heavy machinery. Venturing outside his makeshift abode beneath a pickup truck, he discovered an extraordinary sight. His favorite tree, now marked for harvest, surrounded by unfamiliar contraptions. Oh no, he looks very upset. His tree is on the back of that truck. Earl buried the fear he always had about venturing too far from home and seized his chance as the workers prepared to transport the magnificent tree. Scaling the truck with newfound, I'll bet, constrained courage. So he was a little afraid, but he had courage. He did it. Looks like he got up there. He ventured into the heart of the towering evergreen, exploring its verdant labyrinth with childlike wonder. Hours passed in blissful exploration until exhaustion overcome him. So Earl nestled into a cozy nook for a deep slumber. When he awoke, disoriented but curious, Earl found himself in a completely different world. Once a familiar sight, the tree was now upright and adorned with festive trimmings. See all the ornaments and the lights. Earl was transported to a wondrous new world, Universal Orlando Resort, where the holiday spirit was in full swing. See him? He's peeking out. And there's all the people below. You see Earl way up there in the tree. Earl peered through the branches, only to be caught in a dazzling spectacle of music, jubilant crowds, and twinkling lights. The surprise and awe of this new world filled his tiny heart. Within his moment of bliss, a lighthouse of mesmerizing colors filled his eyes. He discovered the most beautiful strand of blue holiday lights he had ever seen. Oh no. Almost hypnotized by their glowing light, he instantly knew he had to have them. Using his sharp squirrel teeth, he began to snip at a small section of the lights. However, the moment he bit down, something incredible occurred. With the festivities unfolding outside the tree, Earl's unexpected and electrifying mishap caused a power flux, causing the tree to twinkle in patterns and colors that had never been seen before. The surrounding crowd was in awe. Earl was so entranced by the display that he completely ignored the fact that the crowd was staring right at him. With the sparkling strand in his mouth, Earl gave a coy wave. Only to have the crowd burst into cheers, ecstatic for the display he had inadvertently created. So everybody's cheering Earl the Squirrel. Earl felt a joy he'd never experienced. The emotions of the holiday mixed with the fact that he was towering high above the celebrating masses. Once afraid to climb trees and content with life on the ground, Earl had risen to holiday heights even he could not have imagined. I was thinking, if the winter season could change him in such a fantastic way, what could the other seasons and holidays provide? Earl, our curious and lovable squirrel, looked onward to seasons and festivities he had yet to explore. So it looks like he's looking at summertime and maybe Halloween, and this could be Mardi Gras in the spring. With newfound courage and the support of a grateful public, he will explore. Let me read that again. With newfound courage and the support of a grateful public, explore he will. The end. I hope you all have wonderful holidays and you all discover something that maybe makes your heart even larger, makes your heart feel warm. I love you all. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and Happy New Year to all of you.